way. Take you through my day-to-day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With his rhymes, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Time to end it. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
They will run for the first time here with White. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Looking to throw. Youngblood. Throw left side complete. That's Fields. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Youngblood. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fields. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Ready. 18 data. You don't know no better.
First down, here's White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Youngblood, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
From the gun, Youngblood. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On first down, White. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On second down, they'll run with White. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They defer to White out of the shotgun. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go now. Touchdown. 58 right there. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Over. 58 seconds. 58.
Looking to throw. Youngblood. His throw caught at about the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Here we go. Now the one. I hope you raise it. Take you to school.
Operating from the gun, Youngblood. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Christian Wilkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun, Youngblood. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get this ball back to the offense.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jets first down.
We're scoreless after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Any weapon. Kill. Fire.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. Hey, high 7.
Mike 56, right there, 56.
X3, 218, chop. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Shoot. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready up.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40.
Yeah, Mike.
Here we go. Shoot.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Set. 60 or.
3 bucks.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Flowers. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. was, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Stepping up, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
You ain't going nowhere. Check. Lucky.
Now a carry for White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
"35's the mic. I'm coming.
Operating from the gun, Youngblood. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Take 4.
Off the play fake, Youngblood. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now White. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line.
And that's caught inside the 30. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Youngblood. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
SOS. 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 SOS.
Trey, spell. That's it. 55. Ready, go.
Throwing again. Youngblood going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Looking to throw. Youngblood. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That one complete to Hill. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh! General West!
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Back to throw. Gets this one to Hill. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the set. Hey, Delta. Right there, 56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Mike 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
On the double. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back to throw. Youngblood. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set 90 Wolf.
They complete it to Hill. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
And didn't get the push they needed. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Sanders' kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Come on, D. 5.
He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Just like that. Check your hot read. Twist. Hey, Zoo. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third and goal.
Ready, 30 base.
Mike 5-4. You got nothing with this. You got nothing.
Speed grip.
They'll set up a throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike 54.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's second and 8. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but and it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confident.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. They go play action here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
55's my guy.
To throw from his end zone. Youngblood. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. The 40. 20. 10. And all the for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. From the gun, Youngblood. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Johnson, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready, set. Mark 54. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33.
A gain of 14. 1st down, New York.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there at 22.
And the Jets first down.
On the set. Mike 54. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Yeah.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together